Join me as I unbox this month's tech haul. Welcome back to another episode of STU'S Reviews Unboxing. For those that don't know what this episode is about, basically I take everything that has been sent to me in the past month and unbox it in one great big haul. And as always, there's some good stuff and there's some absolutely mental stuff. So let's get started. But before we do, I want to say a shout out to this month's sponsor, Lockit. Lockit is possibly one of the most interesting services for the smart home enthusiast that I've come across because it rewards you simply for having a smart home. Lockit recognises your efforts to protect your home with smart devices and gives you a fairer price on your home insurance by taking your proactive tech into account when they calculate your price. Even better, if you sign up for the Lockit Insiders program, you could get access to a whole bunch of cool smart home tech designed to limit risk and increase security completely free. And this even includes devices like the Ring doorbell cameras, Yale water leak sensors, a home extinguisher kit from LifeSafe Technologies, and even the sonic shutoff valve from Hero Labs. And eligible applicants will get this tech completely free. To be eligible for the program, you'd have to switch your current insurance provider to Lockit and take out a policy. But it only takes 60 seconds to get a quote, and it's super easy to manage your policy once you've downloaded the Lockit app. You can manage and change your policy instantly, access member benefits, and even add more tech to your policy as you fill your smart home with devices. Add more devices and Lockit will give you more discount. There's no cancellation fees either, meaning no faff. It's kind of like Netflix, but for insurance. If you want to find out a little bit more, I'll drop the links to Lockit and the Insiders program below. And if you want to see a more in-depth look at Lockit and see how, in my opinion, they're actually changing the face of insurance for anyone with a smart home, go and check out my full episode on Lockit, which can also be found at the links below. Unfortunately, I seem to have misplaced my knife that I usually use to open these parcels. It's disappeared somewhere. So either it's going to come up and hurt me at some point, or I'm going to be framed for murder. But instead, I'm going to try and open the parcels with this axe. It was probably the sharpest thing I could find today. I've cut myself once or twice on this axe. So let's hope I don't do it today. Anyway, let's get started, shall we? I don't need it for the first parcel. We're starting today with some headphones, okay, some eppfun, eppfun. Okay, well, let's try, shall we? Not that bad. Could probably find a better knife, I think, but it was the closest thing to hand. Packaging is quite neat. We've got the instruction there. Oh, these feel quite dense, quite a nice. Ooh, I like these. Not so sure on the matte effect. That's going to show off lots of fingerprints, but it's heavy. It might be made of metal, you know, with like a matte coating. This is really, really nice. Very, very weighty. Feels very premium. Big problem is we're going to have to wait for these to be charged. So we'll come back to these. I'll pop them on charge. Next up, yellow tape, a real test for the axe. Retevis. But in here is okay. We've got some STU'S reviews. Green walkie-talkies with an SOS button. And okay, this is cool. This is cool. How do I take that off? Let's do that. Turn it on. No battery. Okay, let's pop these on charge. There's no indicator that that's charging currently. We'll leave those over there for now. I've just been having a quick play and stupidly I've unscrewed these things here and I've just found out why it won't charge. That is why it won't charge. But when you have got it up and running, actually, they're pretty good. It's got a light on it and everything. Next up, another real challenge for me. But I can do this. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That just cut through it like butter. LED floor light. Okay, this kind of looks a bit like one of those Dyson fans. No, do you know what? I give up. I'm going to have to use good old Swiss Army knife. Oh my lord, how much setup is this going to take? What? Oh. I don't know. There we go. Okay, that's bigger than I expected, actually. This is just confusing. I'm going to give the design of this, the actual design itself, a relatively decent mark because it does appear to be quite nice. And if you look on the box, you know, I mean, that's quite fun. That looks like it's been made in Microsoft Office using word art. But the actual build process is dismal. I don't want to have to make it myself, plugging in circuitry and all that nonsense like that. Ridiculous. White bag. Mystery white bag. I think I might use this. A bit piddly, but I might use that from now on. Okay, we've got some keycaps. They look quite nice. The NuPhy Studio Air 75, Air 76. The NuPhy Folio V2 and the Air 61. Is it? Okay, so we've got some mechanical keyboards. There's my anime girlfriend. Okay, right, so this has an aluminium outside there, quite a slimline one. The keys are slightly curved. I actually really like the design of this. It looks very, very nice. Looks like it comes with a little switch set as well. We've got a red, brown, a blue. We've got the keycap puller here. How on earth do you use this keycap puller? Got brown. Brown switches on this one. Okay, fair enough. Brown isn't necessarily my preference. I do prefer blue. And in here, I don't know what this is though. That could be a very good option, actually, if you're looking to step up from, say, the Magic Keyboard on a Mac to something like this with a mechanical feel. What is that? Oh, so we've got here what's obviously a little case for it. Oh, that's proper nice. Look at that. Yeah, oh, look at that. Look, the slots on the bottom, slot there. Kind of reminds me a bit of like 50s. I don't know why. The colour style. That is a seriously nicely designed product. So the next thing. This has the word Maxpower on it. Still don't want. I'm a bit worried to open this one actually. What the f is that? Oh, it's like some bizarre multi-tool. Well, I kind of appreciate that. So it's got like a spike on it. It's got a hammer on it. It's got a claw on it. And it's got a ratchet. With two different sizes, 17mm and 19mm. I told you I'd get some weird stuff. How strange. The weirdest things. The weirdest things. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Inside this, we have a... Don't know what this is. This is the TRISIO Lite 2 for business. Oh, it's a 360-degree camera. Okay, interesting things. Well, that's neat. Very, very neat. Okay. Very simple setup here. I think that just simply clicks on there. Like, I say simple, but apparently not so simple. Oh, there we are. So it goes on there. That screws onto your tripod. Oh yeah, photo. There you go, photo. I like that. I'm going to have a look and see what the photos are like from it. Overall, that's a neat little product. I guess this is awesome for people who need to take a very quick snapshot of a situation, maybe an emergency services, police, that kind of thing. Potentially letting agents that want to go and take a 360-degree image of a room, or businesses that might want to do some kind of DIY and need a quick shot of the room. I think this is really cool. That is top stuff. Okay, next up we have an unusual looking one here. It's a bit of a different size. Normally stuff is a bit bigger on this. So, headphones. All right, looks like we've got some headphones. The weirdest looking headphones I've ever seen. I mean, that is a daring pattern. These are the Sports and Outdo, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, well the packaging is quite nice. Steve's reviews green. That is. Yeah, Sports and Outdo. Although the case is actually quite nice. It's different. Oh, that is insane. That is an absolute... Oh! Alright, that's cool. So, it's got a little click button. Oh, I could spend all day doing that. Oh, look at that. Look at that. No. These don't appear to be working at all. One does, and the sound actually wasn't too bad. The other one doesn't seem to want to pair at all. So I'm going to put these to one side for a little while, and hopefully, with a bit of luck, they might start working eventually. It might just take a little while for it to pair up or something. So I'm going to put those to one side. We'll come back to those at the end. Okay, another bit of a mystery one here. Oh, problem with a knife like that. It's going to close on my fingers and give me a very bad cut. Okay, we've got the Openrun Pro, the Shokz. Why do I feel I've tried these before? Maybe not. This is a nice little carry case. I don't remember anything like this, so maybe not then. Ooh, they're nice. Those are very nice. Look at these bone conduction modules. Seem a little bit bigger than something I've tried in the past. Let's turn them on. Very good, actually. Surprisingly good. I always find bone conduction stuff slightly odd, wobbling of your face. I'd completely appreciate the benefit of bone conduction headphones. I've never been massively sold as headphones, though. I think this technology is better suited to things like Google Glass. But as far as it goes, the sound of those was pretty good. Bass, as you'd expect, not quite as good as headphones. But the rest of it, the actual clarity was surprisingly good. I'd give these a 6.7 out of 10. No, I'd give them a 6 out of 10 based on comparison against headphones. But as bone conduction earphones on their own, I could give them 7 out of 10. The Cetus Pro FPV kit. Cetus. You're a little Cetus, you are. Cetus. This is an FPV drone kit. Now, there are some slight issues with this. I think, as far as I'm aware, the drone laws in this country. Wow! That is a comprehensive piece of kit. I like this. Is this... Oh, look at that! Oh, it's actually got display in here and everything. No. I'm not about to start flying a drone around my... Although, that is very protected. Oh, yes. Yes. It has battery. Yes. I think I better read the instruction manual, but I'm so excited for this. I'm going to skip me reading that, and I'm going to start flying it. I was going to go outside for this, but it's a bit wet, so I'm doing it inside. You're getting a bit of behind the scenes here, but I think I've got it going. So at the moment, everything is kind of armed, and all I have to do is push this up, and it's ready to go. Whoa! Slowly. Look! You can see what's going on. feels really good for my ears. I really like this. I need to do it outside though. I did have a look at the price of this and it isn't too bad. Do you know what? As a entry level piece of kit with everything included, the FPV goggles, this and the controller, this is a great piece of kit if you're looking to start on FPV drones. I think this is so cool. This one might come to a full review. Stay tuned on that. We're about halfway through now, so I'm just going to take a real quick break and say a massive thanks to all of you guys. You guys are my patrons. Thank you very, very, very much for supporting me. I could not do it without you. There have been a few new patrons this month as well. There's Paolo Pintro, John Cotlarts, and Review Clue. So thank you very much, guys, for supporting me over on Patreon. And don't forget, if you do support me on Patreon, there's loads and loads of benefits that you can get, including access to the car boot sales or car boot auctions, which we are returning, for those wondering, in the next unboxing video. They will be returning from then, because at the moment the STU'S Reviews eBay store is still up and running and patrons get a massive discount of every listed price over on there. I think patrons get about 35% off whatever's listed on there. We're going through the very last bits of inventory, so we've got a fresh inventory for this year. But again, thank you very much to everyone supporting me on Patreon. Let's crack on. I think we're a little bit under halfway through. There's quite a few things left. Okay, we've got some headphones again. Today really is a headphones episode. S22 true wireless earbuds, extremely small and light. I'll be the judge of that. Apparently there is no brand on this at all. They're just called the S22 headphones. Let's have a look. Not charged, so again, this is something we're going to have to come back to at the very, very end, but they are very reminiscent of existing headphones, including that. I mean, that is an AirPod without being an AirPod, but I'll reserve judgment for the end. Let's pop these on charge. Small one. No way! What is this month? This is the Mobvoi earbuds, active noise cancellation. Now, I've read quite a few things about these, and they do seem like they could be pretty cool. Bit of an odd design, this, though. Very plasticky and quite large. Feels a bit light. Design-wise, very long stalks, indeed. These are almost reminiscent of 1990s businessmen type things. But let's try them. They might be very, very good. Okay, so as they are, the clarity's okay, bass range isn't that good, a little bit flat on the bass there. Unfortunately, nothing massively special in terms of its sound design. Whether or not the actual AI element is good, I don't know. That's going to be a test for another day. But sound-wise, maybe 6 out of 10. But it could turn out to be pretty good if the rest of the functionality is good as well. Okay, on to the next thing. This is a Nilkin. You little Nilkin. It looks like some kind of like laptop stand or something like that. Ooh, actually, that is quite nice. Ooh, okay, so it's actually a laptop sleeve. That's actually quite nice there. Didn't quite expect that to be as nice. There's a possibility that could be real leather. It's a very faint smell. Don't know. Doesn't say, so I'm guessing it's not. Oh no, it's PU. Oh, that's a shame. Okay, still smells nice, nonetheless. Look at that. So you've got something to stand a tablet up. It's magnetised. Something to stand something else up. I like it. Very nice. Very good. Onto this one. Come on, we're gonna get some good stuff now. Come on. Give me something I've never tested before. Give me something awesome. Tower extension lead with the USB. How exciting! I really, oh my lord. Next one, we're going to get something interesting here. This is bag, a parcel bag. I like the idea of this. It's going to really hurt me at some point. Might have to go back to the axe. We're on to something a little bit more interesting now. We've got an LED projector. Stats, specs, what have we got? Nothing on that side. Nothing on that side. Okay, it's probably going to be a brandless thing that isn't very good, potentially. I don't know. I like the design of that. Look at it. Ooh, it's like a fabric design. Don't know how good that'll be for airflow. I'm keeping it cool. Feels like a compact, relatively well-built device. We've got a VGA, 2 HDMIs, USB, and a micro SD card slot. And then underneath here, what lens? Let's plug it in and give it a go. Objectively, this is nothing super special, but actually it's not too bad. It's probably one of the better, smaller projectors I've tried, and providing this is cheap enough, I don't think it's a bad buy. Next up. Okay, no problem. 7.1 surround sound. Eksa E900 Pro 2-in-1 gaming headset. Looks nice. Compatible with PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And probably by that, also the newer consoles as well, I'd imagine. Okay, I think I've tried this before. Very comfortable. Blocks out a lot of noise. Very good. And we also seemingly don't have a microphone. Here we are. Yeah, okay, cool. Is it wireless? No, it's not wireless at all, of course not. Memory foam earmuffs. It is actually very, very comfortable. I will say that. These will warrant a bit of a test, but comfort-wise, top notch. Urbanfun. That's quite cool. That is one of those things like the Illuminati does. Urbanfun. Unfund. No, it's not. But that looks like it should sort of be the same thing that way, but it's not. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Is that some sort of curse? This is the weirdest package I've ever received. No, it's not. Actually, it's not. But that's peculiar. I've never had a wildflower included in my parcel. This looks different. Okay. This might be a prototype then. By Pure Audio. KAIBO Audio Sport 1, Wave 1, M8. So it seems like it's working now. There could be a slight problem here though, in the fact that it looks to me like you can't turn them off. You just have them on, and then when you want to use them, you then take them off this. I'm not so keen on that. Okay, yeah, I actually think they're not bad sound. They're pretty good. My only concern is this whole unusual way of making them work. I'd probably have to go into it. And here's another problem. Without me putting them down, they're going to be constantly connected to my phone. Yeah, so my phone is always going to try and ring through these. Not sure about that, actually. A bit of a shame. They could potentially be quite an interesting product, but I feel like there's some design oversights there. Oh, Lord. Oh, more headphones. I mean, I'm not a headphone reviewer. These are the U-air2. They're massive. They're absolutely massive. This is a chunky case that would appear like you can also charge other devices from it. So that's quite good. It works as a battery and a case. Big percentage bar there. I like it. I think that's quite cool. Battery indicators to tell me how much battery in each headphone as well. That's quite cool. Well, I wouldn't be upset if I bought those. They're pretty good, actually. They're not bad. Not the best I've ever heard, and I think at the max volume you do lose a little bit of clarity there, unfortunately. But say a good 6.5 out of 10. I think that's pretty good. Climbing up to a 7 there. They're actually better than I expected. It's 24 watts LED ceiling light. That would appear like it has no smart functionality at all. Right, in this one, today's episode of Bizarre Things. Okay, well, looks a little bit better. We've got, what is this? Tuya compatible smart ambient lights, compact design, full light experience, compatible with Amazon, Google, and IFTTT. Very good, very good. Okay. These do remind me a little bit of the Govee things we had recently. A little bit of a different design. They're quite neat. I actually think these are pretty cool, actually. These are nice. Whoa! Wow, those are vivid. Probably a bit too bright, but you can see sort of the colours. Look at those colours, they are cool. That is cool. Obviously some kind of setup phase at the moment. It would appear like I've got a few bits of control here. I can turn them on and off with this control down there. Oh, look at that, it's music. Hello. Boop, boop. Cool. And then what's that? Colour. Some white, orange, reddish, blue. A remote here as well. Obviously we can do all this wirelessly with our voice, but we're not going to set it up just at the moment. But we're going to try and see what happens when I do this. Green. Oh, look at that green. That is green. I like these. Well, I like these. These are cool. All I'm going to say now is I guess I'm not a big fan of the control unit being attached to it. But I guess it's probably needed for the Wi-Fi element. They could have built it into the light itself, I feel. It's a bit of a shame. But they're neat. They could go anywhere. On the inside of kitchen cabinets. Anywhere. I really like those. I think they're pretty cool. Again, very similar to the Govee immersion bar, which is becoming a more well-known brand, especially in recent years. But those are really nice. I like those. Neat. A professional digital voice recorder. Is that it? No. No way. It is it. It's got an 8GB memory on it. Flick it on. I'm going to put it over here. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Is this like a spy device? So that is it. It's literally, you switch it on. You wait for this red LED to flicker, and then you simply flick that and it turns it off. Well, if that actually works, that is genius. If you want to catch someone doing something dodgy, spy on them and drop that somewhere, they are never going to see this recording them. You should never do that unless you're a spy. And then does that make it okay? Right. Okay, excellent. We've got the smart radio thermostat kit from Meross. This looks pretty cool. So this works with Amazon, SmartThings, Google Assistant, and Apple HomeKit. That is a really concise support list there. So this looks like it'll go on my radiator towards the top where the valve is, and then it screws itself in and out. It's got a little display on the top there. No idea what that is. It appears to be some sort of wireless thing for it, so I guess that must plug in somewhere local and sends the signal to your Wi-Fi from this, potentially. I'm going to have to give this a go at another point, because I think setting it up and screwing it onto your radiator does take a little bit of time, so that'll have to wait. But I'm excited to test this one. Oh, okay, so it's the same sort of thing from Meross, but this is a smart Wi-Fi thermostat. So it looks to me like this. I don't really know. I don't have a thermostat. I live in an ancient house that still has oil heating. So yeah, thermostat's not going to be massive. That will help because that will allow me to put the thermostat on the radiator itself. But this, I believe, must plug into your existing thermostat stuff. So I'm going to have to test this out if I can at some point. Again, I haven't got a thermostat. The boiler might accept something like this. A more intelligent person with electrics will probably know a little bit more, but all of this stuff, the Meross stuff, is really quite well designed. I have actually had a look, I must confess, in the past at Meross stuff, and they look very sophisticated, very good, and they generally have some good reviews as well. So I'll have to test those out at some point. It's like a morgue bag. There's only so many different styles of studio light that you can have. There we go. I don't currently use big ones like that anymore. I use LED panels. They're not as good, I have to admit. There are problems with having LED panels, but what they are is thinner and smaller than these gigantic things, and they're more energy efficient. I mean, that I will have to take a mortgage out with the current state of affairs and the electricity prices just to run it. Look at that. I've always liked them. Honestly, I do like softboxes. The biggest problem is just the size. I mean, look how big that is. Look how big this is compared to this. Huh. Yeah, it's a bit of a harsher light, but I can do this as well with it. It's not just that. I've got colours. I haven't got that with a softbox. That is the big problem with softboxes. I love them, and that was relatively good as far as a softbox goes. It seems quite simple. Just not my cup of tea, I'm afraid. But we've got a couple of headphones to test now. We've got the eppfun S22s and those. So let's give these a go first and foremost, shall we? That button. Yes, very good. A little bit on the quiet side, but I'm actually quite happy with those. If I got given these or bought these would be pretty decent. I actually quite like those. The style, less so. Sound-wise, I'm going to give these a 7. And quality. The quality of that case feels dense, heavy, and that button is great. Design, I'm going to give an 8. If it wasn't for that, quite impressed with those. Much better than I expected and much better than the actual design lends them out to be. Okay, onto the eppfun, the eppfun. N does look a little bit like the AirPod, a little bit. But again, as I said before, how many different styles could you possibly have? Compact, angular these are, not too bad. They're called the Cute Meat 300. Well, alright, I joke, but these are actually very good. They're climbing up to an 8 out of 10. The case design is very nice. It feels very dense. USB-C, top marks. Sound, very good. Very, very, very good. I'd be very happy with those. Those are exceptionally good, actually. Right, onto the what looks like to be a almost blatant AirPod rip-off, the S22's. No, I need to listen to those for less than 5 seconds. They are not very good. They were very raspy. There was a raspiness coming out of one ear. Immediately, no. I don't need to say any more because that was a no. Okay, that's it. That's everything we've had today. We've had some mental stuff. A multi-tool that I've no idea who sent me. A massive power bank, but most importantly, we have had a few good things as well. But what's been my favourite? Okay, in third place, I'm going to give it to the smart ambient lights over here. They are obviously some kind of slight copycat of Govee, but that's not a bad thing. At the end of the day, there needs to be competition. It still looks well designed, and they were pretty cool. I do like these a lot. In second place, I'm going to have to give it to the NuPhy Air 60 keyboard. I love this. I think it's a really cute little product. And like I said, if you are looking at changing over from something like the Magic Keyboard, then look at this, because this is a good start. It's got low profile keys, it's slimline, it's small, very, very, very much like the Magic Keyboard, but you're getting that added benefit of it being more tactile, slightly more ergonomic, and better for the fingers, because the Magic Keyboard is like hitting a bloody brick. But this, I like this. I think the design is cool, and I think it's just cute. It is just a cute device. So that for me gets second place. Will that stand up? It will stand up. And as well, these little accessories are proper neat. That's ace. But anyway, in first place, this in terms of little bits of innovation is cute, it's simple, it's easy. You turn it on, you press a button, and it does its job. For businesses, for places that need this kind of thing, and for single use cases, I think it's awesome. Even if I'm thinking now of my own application, I could take it with me, pop it somewhere where I'm on holiday, and take a quick 360-degree image in seconds, and then pop it on an Oculus Quest, and then go back to my holiday. I mean, that would be pretty cool. I've got a lot of time for stuff like this, and I know there are companies out there that do this kind of thing and have done this before, but I just like the design of it. I think it's really cute. So for me, that wins first place this month. But that's all from me, guys. I don't know if you agree with me. Do you think this is the best? Do you think that's the best? Do you think that's the best? Do you think something else that I've been given or been sent to review, to look at, do you think something else was the best? Please let me know in the comments below. Do the audience choice and I'll pin the winner to the top. But if you do want to check out any of this stuff, I will always leave it in the links below. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for joining. Today has been a wild ride, and I'll see you back for another episode of STU'S Reviews soon.